Hey everyone, it's Em. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of TGSTS. In this episode, we talk about the current state of the world, things that are stressing us out, how we cope with anxiety, Donald Trump's idea of a purge, and Monique's crazy cats. Let us know what you think. Because I don't like judging people. I don't like that. I don't like feeling like I'm looking at you and thinking the worst about you. I don't like thinking the worst about other people. But I
feel like that's my
this
default.
the stakes in this situation were too high for me.
Hey, girl.
Hey Mo, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay.
You sure? Are you asking me?
I don't know. That's just the generic response, I'm okay.
You
We all
looking
right.
cute, like this neck going on here.
My neck.
Slim neck,
Ooh, okay.
slim necky.
Hey, hey.
Forget slim thug. We got slim neck up in here.
Uh, whatever. So what's going
There's
on?
that smile. I don't know. Life is life and
It sure
everything's
is.
going on in this world. World War III's coming up.
Don't start. Please don't.
Election coming up. I don't know. Just trying to figure out how to make sense of it all and not let my anxiety get the most of me.
So is that what
Why
we're
the
talking about?
face?
Because I had a day. I had a day.
What happened?
I told you. I told you. So I mean, am I going to share my post office story?
Just make something up.
No, I'll share because you know what? I thought I was going crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna share my story, people. So, a friend of the pod, it was her birthday, and I'm running way behind, so I'm trying to mail her package with her birthday present in it. I go to this post office that's kind of in like a part of town, and I got
Why?
my it's by the kids' school,
Mm,
so it's just convenient. I'm out, I'm about,
mhm.
I'm gonna stop at this post office. It's not that shady, but it's just not the nice post office.
Yeah. Didn't
So I
know those
go.
existed, so.
Oh yeah, there's some nice post offices. Anyways, I go to
Mhm.
this one. I have my mom with me. She's running errands, so we're in line together. And I have this package. I'm like third or fourth in line. There's people filling out, address forms, doing their thing on one side, people getting their PO, but it's a hustle and bustle. People are doing their
Mm,
thing. And there's this dude who's maybe in his mid to late 20s. He's standing in the corner by the entrance. He has a hat on, his head is shaved. He's white.
mm,
He has on like baggy or camo pants and a camo backpack and a plain white tee. And he's just shifting his weight back and forth on his feet and he's just looking around. He looks really nervous. He's a little sweaty. Um, and he's keeps putting his hands in his pockets and then taking them
mm.
out. And he doesn't have anything. Like he doesn't have a package, he doesn't have mail,
Yeah.
no keys in his hand, nothing. He's not in line, but he's like standing at the opening of the line and he keeps letting people go in front of him. Like, oh
Oh,
yeah, you
he's
go ahead, go
standing in
ahead.
line?
He's like at the opening of the line.
That's
Like where,
interesting. And he wasn't
right?
asking for anything?
He wasn't doing anything. He was just looking around and just kind of like he just looked really uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just making me nervous. And so then
Yeah.
I was staring like, what is this dude about? And he happened to look at me and you give that awkward smile. Oh, hi, that head nod, the look you
Yeah.
give to people.
Acknowledge.
I did that and he didn't return it. He gave me
Mm-hmm.
just this, like, he looked like, I don't know. I don't know how I'm doing an expression right now. And I know this is like a audio kind of medium we're on, but like,
Mm-hmm.
it was just a very awkward, like, kind of thing. And then he just got really uncomfortable. And then he started fumbling with his backpack. And I just grabbed my mom's elbow and I said, Mom, I forgot something in the car. We got to go. And I just grabbed her. We ran up out the post office because I'm like, not today. I'm not getting shot up. And
Maybe
I
he was
feel like
nervous.
nervous about what?
Making eye contact.
I mean, I don't know, but I hate that though. I hate that whole situation. I hate that I felt like a crazy fucking person after that whole ordeal. My mom she laughed. She was laughing hysterically at me. But I see that she was running along with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like after I explained it, she was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." Um, it's crazy that that's how I'm feeling,
Is it
right?
though?
that's what I'm saying. That's why I reached out to you. I hit up the group chat. Like, am I
Mhm.
crazy? Because I don't want to be crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be crazy,
Me
but
either,
I
but
want to
it is what it
live.
is.
I'm not trying to get shot up. I got
I
babies.
don't.
Ugh. But that's the thought that went through my head. I was like, me and my mom are here. Like,
Yeah.
we can't both peace out. My babies need
Yeah, that would
somebody.
be, oh yeah.
That's exactly the thought that went through my head right before I said, hell no, we gotta go. We gotta go.
But wouldn't you rather trust your instinct than to get shot up? I mean, I'd rather offend someone and trust my instinct than to lose my life over something crazy and lose my kids and everything.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's crazy at all. Something in your instinct was telling you that something was wrong and you have fight or flight responses. So
Mm,
you flew,
don't say fight or
flew out
flight.
there. You
We
flew
talked
out
about that
there.
two episodes ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
So
I
what
don't
did you
know.
like? What
I
did you
hopped in the
do?
car and we rolled out.
Okay. And you just were just nervous for the rest of the day or
I had like that ramp up of am I gonna have a panic attack, some anxiety attack? My heart was racing, and it was
yeah.
like that for a while after. And then we went to a couple other spots to go do things, run errands. And I just kept thinking, God, I hope nothing happened at that post office. I just
Hmm.
really hope nothing happened
Did you check
at
the
that post
news?
office. No, I mean, I haven't checked anything or whatever, but or like, what if
Because there
something
was
was gonna
something happened
happen
in the
and me
post
running
office
up
on
out
the
of there
news.
made him second guess or made him change
Yeah.
course? Who knows? But like that
Like what do you do? Because it's like almost like you got to save yourself, but what if you left all these other people to get killed?
I'm sorry, that's not my response. Like, I don't have any guilt about that. That part I don't have any guilt about.
Yeah.
I mean,
That,
after
that,
the fact, whatever. I got kids.
yeah.
That's I grabbed my mom and we were out.
It's hey, it's
Like,
every person for themselves
I
because
mean,
I feel the same way. This you sent I think you sent it to me or somebody sent me some meme talking about this guy, I don't know what ethnicity he was, but he was talking about black women and how black women always save the day and they're always helping people. I'm like, I'm not going to be that woman. I'm not going to be that person that's always coming to the rescue and helping people. That's not my job because you get yourself, you try to be a good Samaritan and you end up getting hurt or something happens to you. And you know what? Nobody cares. They're going to
yeah.
go on with their day.
I mean, I'll help when I can,
I'm
if I
not.
can, but if it puts me in any more danger, like I'm responsible to and for people. And
Yeah.
they're my priority, period.
Like there was a
So,
Walmart. This guy was beating up on this woman. And instead
mm,
of calling, the cops or something, this guy goes and tries to save the day. And now he's dead. And
and
his
he's got a
kids
whole
don't have a
family.
father.
Mm, yeah, I think I know about that story. That's
Yeah. So it's like just mind your own business. You trusted your instinct. I don't think that's crazy at all. And you got to be aware. You got to have situational awareness. You got to know your surroundings, what's going on. For me, having social anxiety, I feel like it's another level because everything is a threat. It's
yeah,
just being around people, So it's hard to not to be on high alert. And I can't say that I have any kind of way. It was drinking, but I've been trying to stop drinking, so it's been a couple weeks.
Mo is
But
dry.
yeah, ugh, dry.
Welcome. We
So-
raw dog in life over here. Cheers.
right? Trying with this bubbly water. But yeah, because
Holler at us, bubbly. Holler at us.
yes, what I realized is that a lot of times when I was drinking, like it's only been a couple weeks, but when I was drinking or a week and a half, it may have taken away the anxiety in the moment, but the
Mm,
anxiety following it still was there and
yeah,
maybe it would
it's
even be
real.
worse. So trying to find stuff. I know bar class helped, like
Mm,
exercising helped, but I'm not doing that now. I'm not doing anything. I'm just raw dogging life, trying to
right?
make it getting more sleep. Honestly, sleep. That at
Sleep is
least I
so
can
key.
dream.
It's so key though. Sleep is it's like underrated. It's so important for everything. It
It,
really is.
I can't even stay up like I used to. I'll fall asleep and then I'll wake up, at 3 or 4 in the morning, but at least I fall asleep for a good five
Mm-hmm.
hours or so
Mm-hmm.
and then go to sleep another 2 or 3 on the other side. But sleep is really the only thing that's been helping me is just going to sleep.
And that's a
I
need.
can't deal with
That's
the
not a coping thing. That's like a you have to sleep, Mo. That's not like a oh, I do this for myself. Look at me, I'm sleeping.
right. Well, I
Girl, you
don't
supposed to
sleep.
be asleep.
You know me, I rarely used to sleep.
Oh
would be
my
up at
gosh.
all. I wouldn't take a nap. I would be up or take a nap in the day, but not at night, and would be
Mm-mm.
up all night.
Nap at night. That's called sleep. That's not a nap. That's like people sleep. You're supposed to sleep. Mm-mm.
I would be like, yeah, a good solid 4 hours is all I need. 4 hours of sleep.
Ridiculous.
Now, oh, I can't get up. It's hard. It's hard waking up.
I need the recharge. But I feel like a lot of the things that are going on out in the world have me on high alert all the time.
Yeah.
And I have a close friend of mine who I was talking to the other day, and she mentioned that the way she was feeling, because we were talking about medication and just how what we're doing
Mhm.
to take care of ourselves. And she mentioned that before she got on her current meds, she felt that feeling of if a stranger was coming to give you a hug and you didn't want to have that physical
Mhm.
interaction with them, and that feeling you feel like of I don't want this. She
Yeah.
felt that all the time.
Mm.
That level of heightened discomfort and anticipation, that anxiety all the time. And I feel like we live in that right now. And I
I
don't
do.
know how we're coping with that, how we're
Are we?
yeah. And that's not, I mean, I'm just thinking cortisol, like, how are we, like, you're not supposed to live like this. Like, this is not a way to be.
Well, we
Um,
would be hunting and being hunted, so I guess it's the same thing.
I mean, I don't know.
Always something with humanity.
Cause I feel like I can't, and this is, I mean, about my issue with like today and the post office, like, that is my number one. We talked about this a lot. That's my number one issue with like the election, with everything is just
Hmm.
gun violence. Like, I
Yes.
have, it's like a big thing for me. So I feel like every time I go to the movie theater, I can't,
Mm,
I
I don't
can't. I'm
go.
not comfortable. I'm not comfortable. I have kids. They want to see Inside Out too. They want to see, the
Better
movies, like
make the
whatever,
house a movie
Minions.
theater.
I mean, we
Watch it in
do
the
that.
house.
We do that a lot, but I feel like
Yeah.
my kids miss out. So, we'll go see a
Hmm.
movie every once in a while. And a lot of times I've stayed home.
Hmm.
Um, but I can't do that. I got to be part of the family and be
Yeah.
there should
You
something
like,
go
dude, cause
down so
y'all
I could
gonna
grab
risk
my
it, right?
babies,
You
you
like, y'all
know?
go.
Um, but it's just things like that. Movie theaters, it's been like that for over a decade. Movie theaters,
Oh
just
yeah, since
everyday
that
life.
incident.
Yeah, I think in Aurora, I think it was that
Mm.
Batman something or other. But it's just life. Life is really life and it's mm,
I have a friend who doesn't like malls. Like
yep.
she went to the mall with me, and the whole time she was talking about how it's gonna get shot up, and I'm like,
Oh my
dude,
gosh. Like, don't talk to me about this.
no, if it's gonna get shot up, it's gonna get shot up. You talking about it isn't gonna change that.
You just make it stressing me out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Look, nothing happened. But yeah, you
Ooh.
never know. And then you turn on the news. I'm sure if we turn on the news right now, something else happened. It's always something.
Mm,
So how can you not be on high alert? People say, "Oh, just don't look at the news. Just don't know what's going on around you." Yeah, then they're gonna be like, "Oh, you didn't evacuate? You didn't hear what was going on?" You
right?
know, like you gotta know, you gotta be in the know. But there's gotta be a middle ground
Yeah,
of knowing what's going on and not consuming it so much where it takes away from you and your mental health.
it's a lot. But I mean, we've talked about trusting your intuition. And that's kind
Hmm.
of like a gift that women have is your intuition. And I don't know, with my anxiety and the way I feel about just like the current climate of things, I sometimes question my intuition. But today it was like yelling at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Because I started thinking about it. Okay, I was trying to talk myself out of it. I was arguing myself, like, girl, just stay here. You're being ridiculous. But the
Hmm.
more he started to fidget and he was
Yeah.
really getting uncomfortable and he started to get into his backpack. Because
Hmm.
I mean, my mind was really like I was looking at his pants, like, could he have something in his pants?
Hmm.
Are they baggy enough that he could have like a long gun in his pants? Like, I was really thinking about this stuff. Um, and then he started getting up in the backpack, and that's when I grabbed my mom. We got to go. I don't know what's in his bag. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. And isn't that crazy? You go to the grocery store and there's security. There's no security at the post office.
Mm-mm. And that's where shooting started. Remember going
Yeah.
postal?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
But
wild. Why
and
isn't there
isn't
security?
it's a federal office.
Right?
They don't have security. But I mean, what does that matter? I mean, it could happen at the grocery store, it could happen at Walmart,
Mhm.
obviously, it could happen anywhere. So post office or not,
Yeah,
it's
and who's to
whatever.
say security? Remember that
I was
whole
gonna do
thing
anything.
with that school and the
Uvalde.
security didn't do anything?
Yep.
So
It's too much.
it's too much. I used to eat my feelings. Like use that to
Segue. Let's talk about eating our feelings.
well, I'm just saying there's really nothing you can do to escape. Well, there are things you could do to escape, but
We're not doing
anything
them.
healthy
Yeah.
like you can do to escape. I can't meditate. I sitting there meditating, thinking about everything going wrong.
I feel like the healthy thing to do to escape is not to escape, but to face the problem and rectify it. I feel like that's the only
How?
thing. I don't know. I don't know how I don't think it'll ever be fixed. That's the sad part. How do
We
you
didn't
fix it?
start the fire.
You know what? I was going through some of our old reels, our old episodes, all kinds of stuff, just looking at content. And we had something on gun violence and just
Mm,
American culture. And we talked about it. And I may have to like repost it or something, but it was like, it's not mental health. We came to this conclusion. It's not mental health. It's not
mm-mm.
even the guns. It's just Americans are assholes. That's
Yeah,
it. It's
we're the worst.
period. You know, I mean, if you were to limit the guns or do something, regulate the guns, I'm sure it would help. But the culture here is so messed
Yeah,
up.
we'd have machetes and swords out
I mean,
there.
they'd be finding some other. Did you hear
Yeah.
that Trump was trying to have a purge? Did you
Yeah,
hear
I
that?
heard about
Like what?
that.
One day.
One
One
day,
day.
yeah.
What?
So maybe some people will vote for him to get the purge going.
Oh Lord, I need to make my house a fortress then. I've never seen the movies, but it sounds ridiculous.
I couldn't take it. Like I started to watch it and I couldn't take it. I said, "Oh no, I can't," because this is possible, you know. So
Like they just go out and it's what's the premise? Like what is so it's just one
it's one
24
day
hour
a
period?
year, yeah,
Uh-huh.
where
A
you get
year. So it's
free
every
range.
year.
Yeah, you get free. I don't remember. I think it's one day a year, and you get free range to just do whatever crimes you want to do and no punishment.
So you could R word somebody
Yeah, you can do
or
whatever.
unalive
Kill people.
somebody.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Oh,
purge.
you could diddy people?
I don't remember.
Like young people? Like I don't like that.
I think you can break. There's no laws. Let me see.
That's
Purge
crazy.
premise.
I and people clapped too. I remember he said that at a rally and people were like, "Yeah."
Because people think they're vigilantes. They think they're right.
That's insane.
An annual event where all crime, including murder, is legal and emergency services are unavailable for 12
What?
hours.
No emergency services.
All crimes are legal for that period of time.
Wow. So you got to have like your Brinks home security
Fortresses, like
stuff
underground,
coming down. Yeah.
yeah, all
And just
that. They
protect
had all
yourself.
that stuff.
Oh my
But imagine if you
gosh.
don't have the money for that.
That's what I was about to say. Talk about some class warfare.
Yeah.
The homeless people would be, I mean,
People would just be
or
killing the homeless people for fun.
that's
But I
terrible.
think that just
Oh my
makes
gosh.
you think about the state of mankind. Like I always say, I don't trust people, and you can't because the only reason a lot of people are functioning, like for us, I feel like that's why I'm not religious because I'm a good person either way. You don't have to scare me
Right.
into being a good person.
Yes.
But a lot of people follow the laws because they're laws. If we didn't have them, they would be R word and a lot of R word would happen because
Yeah.
it's already
Have
happened.
no moral
Yeah.
compass.
No, none. And murder, people would be killing. Like,
That's
if
insane to me.
that's
That
insane,
even
right?
crosses your mind as an option of, hey, that's something I could do right now. I really don't like
Yeah.
that person. Boom, you're gone. Like that's
Like you're God.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. I
That's
couldn't imagine. Like, if
that's
you told
wild.
me there are no laws today, there would be, what do you call that? Like, laws of mankind, like just common sense and dignity and humanity. Like, if you said there are no laws, I'm not going to go steal. I mean,
I
maybe,
I
maybe I would.
I
I don't
wonder
know.
what the thought process is in some people's heads. There was a TikTok that I watched. It was a news story, and there was a two teenage boys, I believe, that drove up to this property. Beautiful property. They were asking to see if they could take their homecoming, their HOCO
Oh,
pictures or
when they got
whatever
shot,
on the
yeah,
property. Yeah, and they
in the
rung the
face.
doorbell, whatever, and nobody answered. but it was like a ring or something. And they were like, oh,
Hmm.
there's kids, there's somebody at the door, whatever. And nobody answered. So they went back off property to their
Hmm.
car, and somebody got their gun from the property, ran out, and then shot them
In the
without
face.
even, no questions. Yes, in the face, no questions asked, nothing. And it's like, you can't even knock on someone's door anymore without somebody just shooting you. Like, what? I'm selling
I
Girl
can't
Scout
even
cookies. You know
understand.
what I'm
Can
saying?
you
Or
get the
like,
logic of that? Like, I can't even make
no,
sense of that.
like,
They're off of your property. They
yeah,
rang the doorbell.
they're not a threat. You're not scared,
So are you going to do this to Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses who come to your door? You're going to shoot them?
right? I
I
don't know
mean,
if race played an
now I
issue
think
in this.
about.
I don't know about that. I don't think it
Oh
was a
yeah,
racial thing.
I
Were
thought.
they
Yeah, I thought they were
different?
all white. I don't know. I got to look it
Yeah,
up.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think race played an issue. So to
Yeah,
me, it's like I don't understand. Like, you're not afraid. Are you
yeah.
angry that somebody had the audacity to knock on your door? Like, I don't understand. Like, people are
You can't
getting
sell
crazy
Girl
with
Scout cookies.
delivery people too.
What? What
It's
happened?
somebody was doing that. They were door dashing or something. And
Hmm.
you're driving your personal vehicle,
Yeah.
and they went up to somebody's house, and some people were like, you don't belong in this neighborhood. I've never seen your car before. And they're like, I'm just delivering food. Like,
Hmm.
like, don't stop me. I'm not here to do anything wrong. Look, I've got food here. Trying to no, and they were stopping them, calling the cops. People were swarming the car. Like,
That's a
what is wrong with us?
fear. That's all
Of
fear based.
what?
Fear of other people. Fear that somebody's going to hurt you or harm you.
And
But
I
what do you
know
think
where that came from.
from you doing it?
But I know where that came from, because what are we afraid of? A damn delivery? Can I get my Uber Eats? The hell?
Yeah,
What the hell?
people are not okay. People fear each other. It's capitalism. Who knows what it is? It's just humanity. But is it? The people aren't doing this in other countries.
I'm not scared of people coming to my door. I'm not scared of people driving through my neighborhood.
I mean,
I
I'm
was
not
scared
scared. I ain't gonna
today.
answer.
I was scared today. I sure as hell
Mhm.
was afraid today, because he was sketchy as hell, and he fit the description. I'm sorry, you could say whatever, but he looked like every other shooter
Why are you profiling him?
I've ever seen. Well, every single mass shooter has a description, and he matched all the things on the description.
Mm. The
So
camo may have thought you maybe thought he was like
yeah,
a.
Camo had me. Well, and his mannerisms are what got me, because he
Mhm.
looks like every other dude up here. Like, if I'm being honest, he looks like every other guy up in this area where I live. It's not very
Mm.
diverse. He looks like everybody else, but he was
Okay.
acting very strange.
He's
And he didn't,
loitering.
but he didn't have any business there. He wasn't doing
Exactly.
anything. Everybody was doing something. And he was just, but here's my deal. Like, it's not, I can see if you're loitering outside of a store or
Mhm.
in front of like an apartment building or whatever. What do you do by yourself at the post office when you had nothing
Plot
else to
twist.
do?
Plot twist. He opened up his bag to pull out his package he was going to ship.
I I didn't stick around to see it, or a job application. He was nervous. He had an interview or something. Like, I don't know. My
Dang, I'm sending
bad.
in these divorce papers finally, man. I wasn't ready to do it, man. I got to
I don't
do it.
know. I don't know, but I wasn't sticking around to find out.
And that's fine. And I don't think you should judge yourself
Whew.
for that.
I hate it though. I hate that, because I don't like judging people. I don't like that. I don't like feeling like I'm looking at you and thinking the worst about you. I don't like thinking the worst about other people. Um, but I was
I feel like that's my
this
default.
the stakes in this situation were too high for me. Like,
Hmm.
the alternative was not something that I could just wait around and see about. Yeah. I just nope.
Yeah. And
Can't.
I feel like living in Philly, there's no way not to be on alert. You never
Mm,
know, you know, anything could be
yeah.
around the corner. Literally. There's
Mm,
always a shooting, there's always something happening, people exposing themselves to people all the time. Like this stuff happens. They have pictures of people and it just continues to happen. Nobody cares.
my gosh.
So I don't know. I'm going to be on edge for a while and
I
I
don't know
don't
how
know how to
people.
fix it.
And so I guess everybody feels this way. And if you're armed, you're going to use it because you feel this way. Maybe
On
this is
edge,
the
yeah.
feeling that people are motivated by to use their weapons.
Yeah. They get so scared for their own life that they don't even think and they just shoot people.
I don't think I would ever do that though.
I couldn't imagine. I probably let myself get shot.
We have weapons here, and I feel that way a lot. And I'm not just going to go open the safe and go get something and go start shooting in the driveway. Like what? Who?
Like what Kamala
What?
say? I'm gonna shoot you. You come in my
Yeah,
house.
yeah. If you break into my house, you get shot.
That was funny.
I just, oh,
I mean, it wasn't, but it was.
it's,
Yeah, I can't imagine. Like, I decided against ever wanting to own any kind of weapons
hmm
because I don't trust that in a situation the person wouldn't use it against me.
hmm
And
that's a possibility. Yeah,
that's a possibility. So I'd
and it
rather just
happens.
not deal with that. I don't have the power. I don't want, I'm not God. So whatever is meant to be is meant to be. I do what I can do and see what happens, but I'm not the one. I watch these zombie apocalypse movies and stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm watching this show From, and it's another one. It's like another one of those, that every few years there's a show that comes out about people who end up stranded somewhere and
hmm
some supernatural force is controlling them or something.
Yeah. What's that
So it's
mushroom one? There was one, The Last of Us or The Last
oh,
something.
okay, I don't remember.
No?
But then there was the one with the people that I forgot what it's called on HBO like 10 years ago. I don't know. There's all Lost. Like there's always
Lost.
something.
Okay.
But this one is about people who get stranded in this place, and at night, like these monsters come out and eat everybody. And
Damn.
like even in their dream, they can die. Like it's crazy. But anyway, I can they have this desire to live. They are
Mhm.
facing this extreme horror and they fight their way to the death. And I can't imagine. I feel like I'd be like, deuces. I can't do it.
Eat it
I
up.
This is too much. I couldn't even wait. I'd probably be like, damn, because
Nom
I
nom
couldn't wait.
nom.
And I'd be like, I'll do it first. I'm not gonna let y'all do it. Bye.
I don't even know what I would do in that
Because I can't
situation.
imagine like what am I fighting for? For what? Uh-uh.
But what if you
Do
were in a group of friends? You would peace out on your friends?
yeah, they got it.
Damn. I
It,
wouldn't
it,
let
it,
you. I
it would
wouldn't let
depend
you.
on how safe I
Uh-uh.
felt with the friends.
Nah, I wouldn't let you. Mm-mm. Or
Be
what if
like,
I was gone and you had my kids
no, that's different. Then I'd be like, oh, I
and
don't
you
know.
had your cats?
Forget the cats. They don't care about me.
They'd eat your body.
They'd be like, nom, nom, nommy, nom, eating with the
Meow.
monsters.
I don't know. Oh, it's crazy times. What a time to be
So,
alive.
so this makes me wonder, is diversity good or bad?
Oh
Because,
shit. What?
well,
Is
because
diversity good or
we're
bad?
such a diverse country, is it that we just can't communicate with each other? Because you have places like Finland and everything where you can leave your door unlocked, leave your baby outside, and everybody looks the same. So is it just the amount of people? Is it no? Because there's so many people in Japan. And look at that, clean. In Tokyo was clean. Everywhere I went was clean.
I think it's a culture. It's obviously a culture thing, but I think in Japan, and I don't know if it's the same in like Finland or whatever. I know in Japan there's a deep culture of respect.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that here. There is no respect. Um,
None.
it's a very self-centered kind of culture.
Yeah,
Me.
individualistic.
Yeah.
Individualist. Yeah.
And I think that we are very competitive here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's the capitalism and the focus on it, the way we work, the way we flex
No one
our
works like us.
nobody, and nobody dies like us either
Yeah.
of obesity, heart attacks, heart disease, diabetes, all this stuff. And it's all coping with the stress. Eating, we talked about in the beginning,
Yep.
eating through the stress, drinking, drugs,
Big
all of it.
Pharma's like, yes. Oh,
Yeah.
you got anxiety? Here's something. Oh, you scared? Here you go. Oh, you're eating your feelings? Oh, you're on opioids? Oh,
I think
you know,
that's the base of it. We've talked about this in previous episodes is the fear of not being enough or the fear of not fitting in. So that's why you got to have the latest iPhone. You've got to have the car you can't afford. You've got
So
to have,
materialistic.
yes, all of those things. And that's why you work so hard so you could show people that you have these things when
Yeah.
you
I
could be on a
never understood
commune,
that.
we
Right?
could be on our commune,
I'd rather be
chilling,
on a
barefoot.
commune. I mean, maybe one day I will be. That's like one of my hopes.
It
But
would be
when I think,
beautiful.
right? When I think about it, like some people have a bag or a shoe, and all it does is say somebody's name on it. And it's like,
Yeah.
this is just a regular thing. It just says someone's name. And you think,
How many people could you have
like,
fed with that? You
yeah,
know?
you just want to signal to other people. Like I was looking at this thing in New York where the cheapest meal is $800. And in the food,
There ain't no food worth $800. One meal?
it's
No.
just for them to go flex on the money they have
That
in the
is
most expensive city in the country. Well, I
that's
don't know if it's between
ridiculous.
that and San Francisco, but
That's
yeah,
ridiculous.
you're just flexing that
$800
they can
meal?
800 per person,
That's
per
somebody's
person.
rent.
Yeah, not in New York.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in some parts of the country, that's somebody's rent.
Yeah, down south maybe. Yeah.
Dang, that's a car note.
Yep.
Wow, I $800 for a meal. But that's what I'm saying. I wonder in Finland, is somebody paying $800 for a meal somewhere? I don't know. Do they have stuff like that? Like that's ridiculous to me.
They probably aren't. They get pension. They get all these things that we don't need. They get
But it's like a
education.
socialist, but that's more like
Yeah.
socialism. Yeah,
So we got to
but
see what's capitalism. Maybe it's capitalism.
maybe it's the extreme capitalism too. It's
Extreme.
the competitive
Mm-hmm.
like it's just to the extreme. Like everything's to the extreme here.
Yeah.
It's an obsession with being the best.
The
We have to
best.
be
It
the
starts
best
off with the
country,
sports.
and then
Yeah.
we have to be the best individuals and the best
Mm-hmm.
sport. Yes, everything's a competition.
You got to be the top of your class.
Yep. Top of everything. Everything. Mm, mm,
Well,
mm.
I got to go. My cats are fighting.
Don't let them stress you out, girl.
Right?
All right, I'll see you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.